Hello everyone, this is Miss Smith and I hope that you all are doing well. The good news is that our semi-formal report assignment is submitted, it's finished, and now we can wrap up the rest of our semester. So what I want us to do in this video is look at our week 15 class. There's a lot of information in there that you need for the remaining two assignments that are due this semester, the online portfolio and the oral presentation. Please keep in mind that with these two assignments combined, they total 25% of your grade in the course. So you're not done yet, okay? If you stop now, you will not pass the class. So you must complete these last two assignments, the online portfolio and the oral presentation, in order for you to have completed all of the assignments this semester. Okay, so let's take a look at week 15 class. You can go back and read it for yourself, but I want to hit some of the highlights here. With the online portfolio, we first started talking about that during week 6's class. Okay, and I wanted to introduce it to you earlier in the semester so that you could maybe in the free time that you have, or just as you thought about it, kind of familiarize yourself with one of the two platforms that we can use to create our portfolio, Wix or Weebly. Now, I can provide more assistance with Wix because I'm a little bit more familiar with that one. But you can certainly use Weebly if you like that. So you can see which platform you prefer. Use whichever one you like. Now, I'm no expert at either one of these, so I've included links to the YouTube channels that will give you instructional videos for either platform. Okay, so hopefully that will be helpful to you. The online portfolio guidelines are here as well. And you definitely want to look at this document because it tells you all of the pages that you need to have on your website in order for you to have a complete online portfolio. Okay? And so make sure that you read over all of this information, that you're clicking on all the links, that you're reading the documents, and that you are prepared for the assignment. Now, I will say this. Keep in mind that you're not having to build a website from scratch. You're not having to know any kind of HTML coding. What you're doing is you're customizing a website, and Wix or Weebly will allow you to do that. They have pre-designed templates, and all you have to do is drag and drop and figure out how you want your website to look. Just a few quick tips. Make sure that you do not use a background on your website that is too busy. Remember that the goal of it is for it to be a professional looking website, and you want to make sure that your audience can read whatever your writing is on that website. So for example, if you have a background that's a beautiful looking mountain scene with the stream running through it, it may be a gorgeous background, but if you have that over the entire page of the website, it's going to be hard to see the text that you write on top of that. That's not what you should do. You want to make sure that if you use an image, that you use it appropriately so it's not interfering with any of your writing. Okay? And a couple of other good tips. You do not need to, first of all, you don't need to include links to your assignment. So for example, in your portfolio, you need to talk about what you've learned in your resume assignment. You don't have to include a link to your actual resume on your portfolio. You don't have to do that. But I would strongly suggest that you type your reflections, and again, the reflections, and it'll tell you about that more in this document, but the reflections of what you've learned from each assignment. Type those reflections for each one of the assignments that you need into a Word document and save it. Okay? And then once you've customized your website, then go ahead and copy and paste your reflections onto your website. That way, you don't run the risk of your website not saving for whatever reason, and the only place you would have had your reflections would have been on that website. Then you would have lost everything. And so make sure that you save your reflections in a Word document, and then whenever you're ready to use them, right, whenever you're ready to complete your website, copy and paste them onto the website, right? If you're only typing it onto the website and you lose everything, then you'll have to start over. Okay, so just a good tip for you. And make sure that you publish after every session, after every time that you work on it. When you publish, your website, there should be a publish button for either Wix or Weebly. That means that your site is going live, or in other words, it is available online. But don't worry about that because nobody has your unique website address that you've had to use to create your online portfolio. And so I'm not going to check any of it. I'm not going to look at any of it until after the deadline. It's always safer though for it to exist online. So it's always better for you to go ahead and publish it. Now on to submitting your online portfolio. I want to point out that to submit your online portfolio to D2L, what you want to do is copy and paste your published website address to a Microsoft Word document and then upload that document to the online portfolio Dropbox, which is in our week 15 class. Okay, and if you have any questions about that, please let me know. When you save it the first time, it should give you an opportunity to name your site, and you'll probably notice that all of that is included in your website address, the unique website address for your portfolio. So I need that, okay, because I'm going to be able to just click on that. It should open up to your website. Okay, so go ahead and upload the online portfolio by copying and pasting your published website to a Microsoft Word document and then uploading that document to the Dropbox. You can go ahead and do that now, so long as you keep working on that same website. Again, I'm not going to look at it until after the deadline, right? And so if your website address doesn't change, then there's no reason you can't go ahead and upload that website address now. Okay, because all you have to do is continue working on it, continue publishing it, and I will only see the very last thing that you've published. All right, so let's talk about the oral presentation assignment very quickly. What you're doing is you're giving a presentation of your online portfolio. There is absolutely no way for you to deliver your oral presentation if you have not completed your online portfolio. No way to do that. And so these assignments go hand in hand. You have to have your online portfolio finished in order for you to deliver your oral presentation. And so the presentation dates, you will need to sign up for those. And you have to click on this link and it takes you to a doodle poll. You need to sign up for a time slot at least 12 hours before your presentation time. Okay, if you don't, there's no guarantee that I will be available or that someone else will not have claimed that spot. So please go on into the doodle poll, sign up for a time early. Try to do it this week if you can, and remember your time. Okay, make sure that you write it down so that you remember it. Now our presentation dates will be April 20th, which is actually tomorrow. I'm recording this on April 19th. So tomorrow, Thursday, there's some times, dates and times for tomorrow if you'd like to go ahead and get it out of the way. And then next week, April 24th through the 27th, and then also May 1st. Now our semester does end on the 27th. May 1st we will be in exam week period, but I will offer this date because you tend to be out of classes by that time. You may have a little bit more free time and maybe that date will work better for you. But there are limited time slots. So again, please sign up early. Okay? No presentation will be available after May 1st. And so if you have not presented, if you have not, done what you needed to do by then you will earn a grade of 0 on the assignment. Okay? So make sure that you go ahead and do that. Take a look at this document also for useful information. So you can sign up for a presentation time through the doodle poll. We'll take a look at that in a second. You can present in person in my office if you happen to be on campus, or via telephone and join.me screen share. And so we have to have those working together or else you cannot present. So you would want to go in and set up a join.me screen share before you contact me via phone for your presentation. It's going to generate a 9-digit code for you, and I need that 9-digit code so that I can view your screen remotely as you present. Okay? And so just read over this and it'll give you the information that you need. Now finally, let's just take a look at this doodle poll. So again, when you click here, it's going to give you the opportunity to open up the doodle page and sign up for a time slot. Okay? So this is how this works. Excuse me. You want to type your name here and then you want to sign up for a time. These are the dates and of course these are the times. And your scroll bar goes all the way over because I've tried to give you as many time slots as possible with a mixture of morning and evening times. Okay, and so let's say you want to present on Monday at 10 a.m. You would just click on the radio button, type your name there first, click on the radio button, and then if you go all the way over to the end, you want to click save. Okay, and then I will get the notification that you sign up for that time slot, and I will be waiting on you, okay, at the time of your presentation. And that's all you need to do to sign up for the oral presentation time slot. Again, there are a lot of different dates and times here. Figure out the one that's best for you, and keep in mind that no presentation will be held after May 1st, and the last time we have is 4 p.m. If you have not presented by then that is completely on you. Okay, so make sure that you take a look at this early, sign up for a time, and if for some reason none of these times work for you, please contact me immediately. Okay, this week if possible, or early next week, so that we can try to figure out another time. Okay, because I'm willing to work with you, but I need to hear from you soon. Okay? All right. If you have questions for me, please let me know. And I look forward to hearing your presentations and viewing your portfolios. Thanks. Bye-bye.